The noble touch of perfection.
What is Face2Face? It's a program exclusively in English. It's a show with special guests, all non-citizens of Moldova. What will we talk about? About whatever we feel like.
We are here at the Orange Studios, so we're going to talk today a little bit about you as a foreigner in Moldova, of course, and a little bit about the company Orange. So, typical question, what brought you to our country?
What brought me to Moldova? I was called in 2007 to help Orange in the rebranding from Voxtel, and I came here for 3 months. But I like it so much that finally I'm still here after almost 3 years.
Oh, you did? What did you like?
What did I like? Okay, as everybody coming to Moldova from a foreign country, I like the people, how straightforward they are, how liable they are, how dynamic they are. And I like very much, of course, Chisinau as a city, the countryside, and the culture.
Now, do you get homesick at all?
Of course, I miss my family and my friends sometimes, but I made friends here, and the Orange company is a kind of family for me now. So I couldn't say I feel homesick. In fact, I'm homesick of Moldova when I go back to Paris. Let's say it like this.
Now, with the Orange company, tell me, what is it exactly that you do?
So what I do is that together with my team, we are in charge of the multimedia projects. That includes the mobile portal of Orange. That includes recently the launch of HD Voice, probably you heard about that. That includes everything that is about personalizing your mobile and innovation, generally speaking.
What has been done so far? If you can give me a few examples with what you're attracting your clients, multimedia-wise.
Multimedia-wise. Okay, we know that people in Moldova like very much music, and frankly, music is something that is also very close to me here in Moldova. I met, for instance, Jeta Borlacu, Dan Balan, a lot of artists, and I mean, we became friends, and we are very close to them. And I know that those artists here are really in the heart of the Moldovan people. And so what we try to do, as an example, for the Orange customers, is to bring artists and to allow them to have their artists in their mobile. So we try to
like
work
the
in this
ringtones,
direction.
or when
Yes.
you're calling someone.
The ringtones, the tonuri de așteptare, and all the services for personalization. Yes.
Now, also, besides bringing the artists closer to the customers, you literally bring the artists here.
Yes.
Because you brought, I know, Accent, Fly Project.
Yes, Goran Bregovic and a lot of artists, yes. There are the Moldovan artists and there are international artists. So for us it's a kind of exchange. We try to bring Moldovan artists to the international stage and international artists to the Moldovan stage. And all together allow the Orange customers to really live their passion for music and for the artist in particular together with their mobile.
And this way also people get to see their favorite artists on stage. I know during different events or holidays you try to bring people like to the Piața Mare Adunări Naționale, and that's really beautiful.
This is part of the concept of Orange music. In fact, we have a program of bringing artists to Moldova, of organizing concerts, of giving special benefits to Orange customers, with VIP tickets, backstage, everything that could make people closer to the artists.
Also chatting with the stars.
Live chat via SMS, all those activities really make people closer to each other.
Now, how does that happen? Is that your own idea, or you with your team come up with this and then you create it and it happens?
Well, we have a bunch of services, the chat service, the blog service, tonuri de așteptare, Orange World, and what we try to do is to use those means to bring the information the easiest way possible to the customers. So when we do an activity with an artist, we propose the full range of services, and of course we brainstorm to see how we can make it better and more entertaining for the people.
Now, getting back to you here as a foreigner, not as a worker for Orange, tell me, what does a foreigner do in Moldova?
What does a foreigner do in Moldova? A foreigner enjoys the city. I love Chisinau very much. When I first came to Moldova, it was my first time in Eastern Europe countries, let's say. Probably you know this movie White Cat, Black Cat from Kusturica. And I was a bit feeling like in this movie, it's the soul of the city, the soul of the people here. Remember me very well, the feeling that I had watching this movie. And the city is green in the summer, is white in the winter. It's beautiful. I miss the trees, and I miss the simple way people are living in Moldova. When I go to Paris and I see all those people unhappy faces, and so this is something enjoyable here in Chisinau. Then on the countryside, there are many places to visit, and of course Sipova, Orhei, and so on. I have a special passion for sailing, and during the summer, now it's a bit over, but during the summer I used to go to Gidigic on the weekend to sail.
What would you recommend to all the other foreigners that just arrived to the city and they don't know all the places that are around here, what to do?
Okay, so I would recommend Gidigic. That is, I think that this place is a kind of little secret in Moldova, and it should be discovered by more people. This lake is really fantastic. It's beautiful. Apart from that, I would recommend to meet people and to actually live the way people live. I've been asked to be the best man at a wedding in Moldova, and it happened that this weekend, this specific weekend, was my birthday, and a friend of mine came from France, and he spent here 3 days. And so he came with us to the wedding. He had the chance to see how people here enjoy life and party and are great all together. And when he left, he told me that before coming he could not understand why I liked Moldova so much, but in 3 days, seeing how people live and party and live together, he understood.
So far you've mentioned only good things about Moldova, all the positive things, but there has to be something that shocked you.
One thing shocked me and still shocks me. This is about food.
Okay.
In France we are used to cook beef in a raw way, so in the end it's a bit bloody, or more bloody for those who like. Okay. And this means that you take the beef from the beef and you put it directly in the plate. In Moldova, you first wash it to get the blood out of the meat, and for me this is a shock.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So it's not a bad shock, because I like marinated beef as well. But when I first saw this habit, I was a bit surprised.
My last question to you would be, what would you advise the people from Moldova, just to make their lives a little bit better? Maybe have some tips from friends.
I would say be proud of your country, because Moldova is a piece of heaven on earth. I know, of course, not for everybody in the country, but there are so many positive things in the country. So be proud of the country, support the country in the international level, and maybe the people living outside Moldova would come back to Moldova.
That would be a good one.
With all the experience they got from abroad, to bring their knowledge here and to
Make it here.
help the country here. Yeah.